let's move into our first topic of part two, Uber breaking Colorado law, and what we found out over this last week, Sergio. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. So first of all, for people who are not from Colorado, there has been a law that was passed by the Senate and the House. So the Senate bill was for rideshare, the House bill was for delivery, and it was passed at the same time. It's SB 75 is the code name, let's say, for the law, but what it is called is it's called the transparency law, literally. And so what it did was it was the cleanest bill ever, and it was sponsored by, hello, Mr. Senator Priola. It was sponsored by Mr. Priola, or Senator Priola, who I've interviewed on the channel. You can go check it out. And it's basically, it was about two things and only two things. There was no minimum pay. There was none of this hocus pocus other stuff that's in there. One was protection against unjust deactivation. Okay. And two, it was full transparency. Basically, the driver would know exactly what the rider paid, and the rider would know exactly what the driver made, period, on that specific trip. All right. Okay. So the law passed 8 months ago, and about a week before it went into effect, which happened to be February 1, Uber sued to stop it in its tracks, claiming a whole bunch of frivolous things, saying it's against Uber's First Amendment rights, all that stuff, which is ridiculous, really frivolous, basically. But then correctly, a judge in Colorado denied the motion for temporary restraining order, and the law went into effect. So, of course, what do I have to do? I investigate. I like digging deep. I like looking at things. So, as of February 1st, Uber has to send out the receipts in specific, and has to make specific changes. If they don't, this is not just Uber and Lyft as well. Each occurrence of breaking the law is punishable by $1,000. Okay, Chris, that's a lot of $1,000 we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately Uber, as we can see, here's a trip. The ping is on the left. I have my sources. I love my community, man. You know, I go tell them, send me something, and then boom, within 10 minutes, I have what I want, right? So there's the ping. There's the receipt. Look at this driver receipt. How nice it is, Chris. It says 463. The rider paid 901 right on the trip detail screen, right? Uber
Yep.
service fee, $2.33. Insurance and other fees, $2.05. Rider fare before promo, $9.01. How transparent. Isn't this wonderful? It's
Yeah.
wonderful. We don't have to go to the website. We don't have to, log in, click, do this, do that, do that. Now, here's the problem. On the driver's side, Uber started doing the transparent thing, which is great. Thanks, Uber. Much appreciated. However, on the rider receipt, when this driver was, nice enough to ask the rider, "Can I see your receipt?" And this is the rider's phone. He took a picture of the rider's receipt. Does it show anywhere over there what the driver made on the rider receipt?
Nope. Nope.
Would that be
All I see
punishable
is
by
the
a
trip
thousand
fare
dollars?
and the Colorado prearranged ride regulatory fee. Of course, they got to throw in some sort of uh, regulatory fee in there too, and then
Yeah,
their booking fee.
right.
Huh.
But if you look,
Huh.
the receipt, it says Colorado um, prearranged ride regulatory fee is 32 cents. Booking fee is $1.73. If you add those two up, it's $2.05, which is exactly what it is on the driver receipt. You see that? The second line item there, right? Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. So subtotal 696, trip fare 696, driver made 463. Where does it here show that the driver made $4.63?
It doesn't, and it also doesn't show the Uber service fee either. So
Yeah,
that 463 and that 233 are mixed out of that 696 that's in there.
yeah. So Uber,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Is this breaking the law? Part 2, because we did the last one last week, and that was pretty clear cut. There is not much to say about that one. So don't break the law, Uber, and it's punishable by $1,000 per occurrence. I don't know how many trips you've done already, Uber and Lyft in Colorado.
Let's do this. It's the 11th day of February, so the law went into effect February 1st. So we've had 11 days. How many trips do you think have been given? Through Boulder, through Denver, through a lot of these areas within Colorado itself. I'm going to probably say 100,000 rides. What do you think? Minimum. So 100,000 rides, $1,000, $10 million in fines. It's adding up pretty quick.
Yeah, let's not leave Lyft out of this. So I'm going to get Lyft receipts next week. So we'll do the continue part 3 of this saga. I'm on it, Uber and Lyft. You guys got to abide by the law. It's the law. It's the law. So now I'm going to go one step further, Chris. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of my driver's contacts actually take a short trip in an Uber or Lyft, or both. Okay. So
Matt's got the right think right here.
Matt always has the right shit. Actually, we're going to show some of Matt's stuff here.
Yep.
But anyway, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have one of our community members go take a short trip on an Uber and Lyft. So I'm giving Uber and Lyft the benefit of the doubt until next week. I have 2 people who are going to do this for me in Denver. So there is that receipt that you see as a rider in your rider app. Okay. But Uber will email you a full-on receipt to the rider after the trip is over, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute later. Okay. With all the breakdown. I'm hoping for Uber and Lyft's sake that breakdown, which is under the law, is there. And it shows what the driver made to the rider as well. Because if it doesn't, they are definitely breaking the law. And we will notify, the state authorities and have them take it over. And I already am in touch with Senator Priola's office. We'll see where it goes. But, the law is the law. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't have to abide by it. So nobody's above the law.
One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, some people like to think that. But yes, Uber is definitely not. And they've been on the wrong side of the law many, 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 many times. That's pretty much how they've grown into the behemoth that they've become, is through illegal and shadier operations, going back to the TK days and some of the stuff that they were doing, which we've talked about a couple of times here on the channel. But the reality is, I hope that they're doing it, because just imagine from today and continuing on, if they still don't change it or still don't have those types of information there, then how much money will that actually add up to? And then my question is, if let's say it was 100,000 rides at $1,000 a pop and you fine them $10 million, are they actually going to fine them at that? Or are they going to be like, oh, well, you could give us like $1 million and then we'll be okay? I think they should make sure that they go for the full extent.
I know, but the reason it was put in the law that it was $1,000 per occurrence is because of this, right? That they abide by the law. And I know it's not that much money when you're a $160 billion company, 10, 20 million, but there's no need to break the law. That's all I'm saying. Because when drivers break the law, you know what happens, right? So my thing is, there's going to be a part 3 of this. By then I will have, again, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to have the full receipt, both from the app and from the email side. And it better show what the driver is making. Because otherwise, not going to be good.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.